Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a 3 for 2. Not the sort of events I usually go to because it's full of new inexperienced racers and they do tend to cause a bit of drama out on track. But exactly like that. He shuts the door right on us and sort of leaves us hanging dry. Now we did book onto this session because we wanted to have a race with Learn to Race. And again, stuffed into the barriers again. So we're not having a good session on this one, but we did want to meet up with Learn to Race and have a bit of a race with him. We said we wanted to do this for a while in our comments on YouTube and stuff like that, so it was good to get together and finally meet him. Hey guys, if you're new to karting or if you're new to racing around Coventry, please stay tuned to the end of the video. We're going to give you a quick guide on driving line and braking zones, just to help you guys get your lap times below the average. The average is about 44 at the moment. So we're approaching some karts now. We're just honing in on them. We want to get past them because we can't sit behind them. They go way too slow. And a bit of a late move from me. This is the one I was infamous. I spun him round and there goes Learn to Race, just passing us now, lapping in his helmet. We're not going to let it phase us too much. We managed to get going again and we're going to have a catch up with Learn to Race. You can see if we can keep up with him around this upstairs section. So I didn't want to make the move on that guy then because I just knew he was going to come across. He goes wide anyway down the bottom of the ramp, so it's nothing to worry about. So try and get nice and tight with him around there, but his kart just seems that bit quicker than mine. He just out accelerates me out the corner out of nowhere. So that's when you know you got a bad kart. It's not very quick on the acceleration, but we can definitely make it up upstairs in the corners. Guys, if you're liking these videos, please remember to give it a like, subscribe, drop us a comment if you got any tips as well. So we're approaching a slower kart now, we're going to get ready to overtake him. And he goes right the outside, and so do we follow him through. Nice and easy. Nice easy overtake that one. And later on in the lap we decide to stick a move on him down into the first corner. I think we've got it, but he comes back round. So we didn't quite make that stick. We just bogged the kart down as we turned in. It happens sometimes with these slower ones. So we're not too bothered and we've got a big gang of karts just waiting to be overtook in front of us as we just zigzag through. I decided not to overtake this guy because he looks a bit erratic and I'm not too sure what he's going to do, and he crashes. So yeah, there is a yellow flag showing now, but we already drove past the sign box, but there it is, so we get out of it. And as always, you're never too far away from your next overtake on a 3 for 2. So we're catching up with these guys quite nicely and they are sliding all over the place. We try to stick it down the inside, don't quite make it work, but as always you get them on a damn ramp anyway because they always come out wide. Near enough always. We're going to follow it through. This guy's looking quick in the pink balaclava. Goes out wide a little bit, which allows us through, and then this girl in front skids the kart and that gives us a really easy overtake, and that's pretty much it for the first session. We had to do a little bit of soul searching after that first session. We had far too many bumps, knocks and accidents with these newer guys, so we're going to go a little bit easier and we're going to try and get some better racing. Plus they're getting better every lap they do as well because a lot of them have never karted before. As we go around the outside of turn 2, which is insane. That's an insane move to try and pull off. You'll never see that on a members night. So approaching this next person and they're sort of all over the place and cuts us off on the corner, which we didn't particularly like, but we was sort of expecting it as they crash at the top of the ramp as they go around the corner as well. So we get cut back and we think, what the hell, we're going to go for it anyway, we're going to go around the outside again. And I tell you, that was a brave move considering what we've just witnessed them do. So as we're coming up to the next person, you can just see how much he's leaning in the go-kart. Guys, don't do that. That doesn't help your lap times whatsoever. It just unsettles the kart. There is a need for leaning as he slams his brakes on and we crash into him. There is a need for leaning but he's leaning the wrong way. You don't lean into the corners, you lean to the outside, and it's only really on the really sharp corners that you need to do it. We're going to look to take the inside here, but we're back out of it because we just know he's going to come across like he did. So we get out of it, we're going to follow him for a little bit longer. He is really leaning back out. That's not good. He gives a quick look over his shoulder to see if we're still there. We are. And we just know he's going to jab the brakes on at the top of the ramp like he did to us before. So we go around the outside instead, and nice and easy. So these next two guys, you're going to witness the common tactic that's used in a 3-for-2 against your mates, and that's whack his back wheels so you can get back in front. Beautiful move. Now he does jab on the brakes right about now, which causes that little bump, so we didn't want to do that to him. He looks behind as if to say you're out of order. That's really not a braking zone there, so we're going to stick it up the side of him, going up the ramp and round into turn 1. We have slight contact but nothing too serious. He doesn't push us in the barrier after the initial contact, because it is common for these guys to push you into the barrier and keep squeezing you into it as well, but he didn't. He kept it nice and fair. So big slide by this guy. Let's just get up the side of him. Now he does give us a good race now. He's actually giving us a real good race, wheel to wheel. We've got the inside line and there's not much you can really do about it. And that was a nice easy overtake. So as we're coming down to one of the heavy braking zones, there's a guy parked on the corner. Now I know what he's done. He's either been knocked into there or he's locked his back wheels up and skidded himself into there. Remember, we are going to give a little tutorial at the end of this about driving line and braking zones around Coventry, and it will definitely get you below the average lap time. So coming up to these guys, we're trying to watch a little battle here, but the guy sort of lets him through. We think twice about going down the inside. We try and get the cut back on him and he covers it off. So we sort of hang back and then stick it down the inside of him coming down the ramp, which another, again, nice easy move. You don't really get to see that on members of others because you can't really overtake members there. It's way too risky. On to session 3 of the 3-for-2. So this is the free one, and we think twice about that and we take him down the other side instead. We knew he was going to come across. It just looked like that's what he was going to do. We've got a right bunch of cars in front of us. Going to hold back. We're just going to see what's going on. How are these guys racing? So we're coming down the ramp and they're all keeping it quite clean. They're a bit all over the place still, so we're not too sure where to go. But we get down the inside of this guy and then disaster. The guy in front of us spins out and we've got nowhere to go at all. And as we're approaching this guy now, we are going to attempt one of the riskiest moves you can do on a noob, and that's round the outside just before you get to the chicane. That move's so difficult to pull off without it ending in disaster. And it didn't. He gets it nice and clean. And again, the other lady Tokyo drifting it. Doesn't really help your lap time. She gives us a good race though. But again, we've got the inside line into that corner and it's a nice easy overtake. As we're approaching this next guy, he's another YouTuber. He does a lot on the e-skateboards, the electric skateboards. He's the one with the helmet cam. We're just going to stick it down the inside of him, nice and easy. And then this guy, huge skid, decided to hang back a little bit because we've learnt our lesson from going around the outside on people there. They tend to just cut you off in these sessions. Managed to squeeze it through with a little bit of contact, quick wave of the hand, didn't really mean to hit him. So we've come to the up ramp, we've got a good couple of carts in front of us. We're going to try and get past them as quickly as we can. These guys are definitely looking a bit better now than they were earlier on in the session. Definitely a lot better from session 1, so you do quickly improve in the indoor go-karts after a couple of sessions. We managed to get both of them down the inside. And with that done, that leads us to our lap time tutorial. As we promised, we are going to give you some tips and tricks on how to get fast lap times at Coventry, and we're going to start off with driving line and braking zones. This fast lap was generated in the 3 sessions that we've just done, so it is possible to get on the slower sessions. Starting with that, we want to be on the left hand side of the track here, and it's right at the brow of the hill here that you want to let off the accelerator. No brakes as you're going into this corner. Make sure you nail the apex on your way in, and look how close we're getting. Super close to it, no brakes at all. Come back out wide to the right, sweep it back in for the next left hand corner. This is the start of the lap now. The rest of this upstairs section is flat out. Just snake it through the right hander, through the left hander, try and keep it nice and tight. And now we're approaching the down ramp, we're approaching our first braking zone, which is here. This is where you need to brake, so you let off the accelerator, quick jab on the brakes just to get that front end to stick in. And now we're on the downstairs part of the track. Try and keep it to the right here a little bit. So come out this last corner, keep it over to the left. Now this is where you want to start thinking about getting on the brake. Not too hard on the brakes, so you do want to turn slightly. Hit these apexes, make sure you hit them apexes. Probably not as much as I did, I did flip them slightly, but nothing to worry about. So head over to the left hand part of the track, you see that bit that sticks out, you want to turn right just after it, like that. And then hit them apexes as well, get the car nice and close to that sidewall. So no brakes into that corner either, and then you just carry on round, just keep the left hand side of the track going up the ramp. No brakes again, make sure you get in that apex. And then to finish off the lap, stay on the left hand side of the track, giving it all you can to make sure you cross the finish line at the end here. And that's it, that's how you get a 41.8 on a busy night. So only 2 braking zones, and isn't that just typical? We'll get a red flag as soon as we get the lap done, so it is difficult getting these laps in, and that's all we've got time for today. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Please like and subscribe.